Hello, Lady Keziah here. What is your thought on this? Are some people giving a good life and others a bad one? I believe we are all giving a life, not a good or a bad one. We make it good or bad. Let's have a conversation. In the comment section, let me know your thoughts too. Every one of us is born into a different story. I hope this is something all of us understand. Some start with comfort, others will struggle. Some inherit privileges, others inherit pain. Some children were born and from day one, they belong to a certain class. Some inherit privileges, whilst others pay. And yet the truth is this: none of us was handed a good life or a bad one. Yeah. We all simply given a life. It is left with you and I to make it a good life or a bad one. Life in itself, I believe, is neutral. It is not tilted in favor of A and against B. What makes the difference is not the life we are given, but the choices we make with that life. You see, a typical example that comes to mind is to equate life with a clay, a raw clay. In its natural state, it has no form, no beauty, no definition. But in the hands of the potter, it can become a masterpiece. And you, my dear one, you are both the clay and the potter. Yes. Forget about what you've been socialized to accept. You are sitting down waiting for a potter somewhere because you are the clay. There's a potter who is going to make your life good or bad. No. You are both the clay and the potter. Every decision you make, every mindset you embrace, every habit you build, these are the hands shaping your life. You get it now? Yeah. If you focus on bitterness, resentment, and blame, that clay which you are hardens into a vessel of regret. And that regret, many a time you see, really experience at core in your later years. If you focus on growth, gratitude, and purpose, that same clay which you are can become a vessel of strength and beauty. We often compare ourselves and our lives with others and think they were giving a better life than us. If all our stories are different, how then do we compare ourselves and live in the first place? Your soul will bleed. Because what you see on the surface is never the full story. Many people who seem to have been handed everything, squander it, and end up empty. There are lots of stories we know out there. Others were also handed a beautiful life, and yet they built upon it. So you and I have a role to play, regardless of the stories surrounding our lives and our beginnings. There are many others who equally started with nothing, but they used their pain as fuel. And today they inspire the whole world. Do you know people whose parents were futuristic enough to hand them businesses, money, properties, and still end up a mess? Whereas other people also got the same privileges, and today they are living what you qualify to be a good life. So yes, we have a role to play regardless of the stories and the definitions we began with. People have built beautiful legacies and handed them to their children because parents were futuristic enough to plan their future for them and they built upon it. They had roles to play too. We can't be sitting down waiting for a porter somewhere to come and make our lives good or bad. We have a role to play too. So the question is not what kind of life was I given? The real question, I believe, is what am I doing with the life I was given? You have the power to choose how you respond to pain. In this life, it's either we have been through a sort of pain, we are going through it, or we are going to go through it. That is life. But you and I have the power to create joy, even in the midst of difficulties. You have the power to write meaning into every chapter of your story. Life is not waiting to be good or bad on its own for you, any of us. Should I repeat? Life is not waiting to be good or bad on its own for any of us. It is waiting for you and I to define it. So in this video, I leave you with this challenge. Stop waiting for life to hand you happiness. This is how you never be happy. Stop waiting for life to hand you success or purpose, because chances are you would wait forever. Start building them. Don't waste time wishing for a better life. Instead, take the life you have right now, the life you have today, now, and make it better. Because at the end, we are not giving a good or a bad life. We are giving a life, and it's up to you and I to make it good. What is your definition of a good life? Make it happen, and it will definitely be for you. You see an amazing aspect of life. There are people who are still young, but life has already made them old souls. They've had the privilege and sometimes the pain of living many lives within their lives. Every transition, every heartbreak, every new beginning has demanded that they shed one version of themselves so they can step into another. And with every shift, they have had to challenge their beliefs. The things they once thought were permanent turn out to be temporary. The truths they swore by crumbled under new experiences. The paradigms they inherited from families, religion, culture, or society had to be questioned. Their perspectives, the very lenses through which they saw the world, had to be broken and rebuilt. But here is the beautiful paradox. The more we live through these mini lives, the more we realize that no external force has ever truly held us back. Should I be louder? No external force has ever truly held us back. Not the circumstances we were born into, not the people who misunderstood us, not even the obstacles along the way. The real chains are the ones we place on ourselves. Our self-doubt, our fear of failure, because a lot of people are afraid to fail, for people to judge them, they will not even try anything new at all. So life is robotic. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they begin all over again. And before you notice, you are 50, 60, 70. If people are not willing and ready to own their lives and live, if they judge you, who has judged you. That because of people's judgment, you are free to live. Fear of failure, our reluctance to let go of who we were in order to embrace who we can become. But you see, the truth is, we are the only ones holding ourselves back. And once we accept that, we also accept this liberating fact. And that is, if we are the ones holding ourselves back, then we are also the ones with the power to set ourselves free. Should I repeat? Once we accept that we are the ones holding ourselves back, we also accept this liberating truth. And that is, if we are the ones holding ourselves back, then it means we are also the ones with the power to set ourselves free. So let us live courageously. Let us keep evolving, keep questioning, and keep reshaping. Let us not cling to outdated beliefs just because they feel safe. Let us stop being loyal to versions of ourselves that no longer fit the life we want to live. Because the gift of living many lives within one is that we are never stuck. We can always begin again, and again. So here's the invitation. Release the weight of who you think you must be and step boldly into who you are becoming. Stop being your own roadblock and start being your own path. Because at the end of the day, your freedom, growth, greatness, what have you, they are not waiting on everyone else. They are waiting on you. And I believe it is not where you start, it is how you rise. Yes, I understand. Some are born with a silver spoon in their mouths. Comfort, privilege, and opportunity waiting at their doorstep. The very day they were giving birth to, they belonged to a class already. Whereas others are born into struggles, deep lack, and pain from the very beginning. Yet life has always shown us one undeniable truth, and that is both can emerge victoriously and both can fail regardless of where they started. Privilege does not guarantee purpose. Struggle does not guarantee defeat. What determines the outcome is not the starting point, but the choices made along the journey. We've all seen it. Haven't you seen people who handed everything but squandered it? Drifting through life without direction? Haven't you equally seen people who had nothing yet built legacies out of resilience, grit, and faith? Meaning your background may explain you, but it does not define you. It should not define you. Your background may try to explain you, but for it to define you means there is a problem. Your starting point may shape your story, but it does not dictate your ending. What matters is not what you choose to do with what you've given. What matters is what you choose to do with what you've been given. What really matters is what you choose to do with what you've been given. And that is, we've all been given life. And as once we are here, it means we still have this gift that is life. Do you allow comfort to make you complacent? Or do you allow struggle to shape in you? Do you let privilege blind you to purpose? Or do you let pain birth in you a power that cannot be bought. You see, one beautiful thing about all these is that every day you and I wake up, life hands us the same invitation across the board. Every day we wake up, life hands us the same invitation. An invitation to rise above our excuses. An invitation to take ownership of our lives. An invitation to keep building and rebuilding. And an invitation to keep becoming. What do we do with this invitation? So whether you were born with a silver spoon or with an empty hands, the truth still remains. It is not what you were given, but what you do with what you're given that makes the difference. You can emerge victoriously, or you can allow yourself to fail. The choice has always been and would always be yours and mine to make. What is a good life to you? What is the definition of a good life? Go make it happen, because you are both the potter and the clay. Until I come your way again in my next video, I say watch another video from my channel. In the comment section, get interactive. Much love and bless.